Welcome to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today on 10 Minutes or Less Ship Review, we have the Mustang Beta, a touring and exploration variant of the Mustang series. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. This ship is one of many Mustang variants, and this one is classed as a touring and exploration variant. Now, what that means with this ship is that it has an interior with a bathroom and a kitchen and a bed, which is awesome. But what that also means as a starter ship in this field, that it's just not going to be the most amazing at anything in one particular field, right? Starting off, now remember, I review my ship stock. This ship only comes with two guns, the two size 2 M4A laser cannons right here on the front. Now you can put two more size 1 guns on this ship, which is pretty nice. You can definitely add some DPS to this ship, so that's always good. Doing an upgrade sheet on this, I found that that additional DPS definitely helps. And surprisingly, while going over this ship and its abilities, I'm going to talk about its health, because with this starter ship, it's hard to kind of sit here for 10 minutes and talk so much about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go through some of the stats on this thing. It has 2,500 nose HP on the front here, as well as 1,200 body HP on the center, or the body of the spacecraft, with a total of 8,431 health points. Now, the Anvil Arrow is just 1,100 more health points on the body, with a total of only 849 more health points altogether. And this ship here it's great. It's got 700 quantum fuel, so it's got great access to quantum jumping. It's got an interesting look to it, very interesting look to it. The wings fold out, or fold out and then down, and then you add on the two guns and change the guns around. You know, another thing, this ship has two shield generators, two size 1 shields. The Anvil Arrow has one. Interesting. The Anvil Arrow does not have a bed or any sort of capacity to live in it, really, unless you get stuck in outer space in the ship and you brought a soda can with you. That's always great. Now, this ship, I'd feel like it's pretty fast. It's 188 SCM speed and 1,216 max, which is actually really good. You could make this thing quite the fighter, honestly, with having two shield generators, the 4 weapons, even if they are size 1 guns and size 2 guns. You don't have any missiles, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, it's quite the starter ship, in my opinion. It doesn't carry any cargo. You can't put any cargo in this. You could probably shove a box or two in here if you do it right here. It's kind of hard to get it in there, but if you open the pilot canopy here and you just tractor beam a box right there, you can definitely fit some boxes in there. So you can go and raid a drug compound or something and get them boxes and store them in here. Nobody would never know. Now, the most frustrating part of this ship as a ship with an interior is to get to that interior, you have to get through multiple animations, from getting in your spacecraft to looking to your right, waiting until this thing closes, and then exit to rear. Once you do that, you'll have access to the rear of your ship. So we're going to make our way back here, and if you are any bit taller than I am right now, you are going to bonk your head everywhere. As you can see, you're going to go in here and get secondhand smoke from whatever's being poured in, as well as some graphical issues. You got your kitchen, and over here you got your bathroom with the toilet and the shower, as well as a bed here. Now, this bed's mattress does look like a cheese grater, so be careful when you lay down on that, but you can definitely do that. I will say this ship is one of the older ships that definitely needs a rework in many ways. There's 0 component access. The only way to get to your internal storage is coming into your ship and then pressing I. That's the only way you're going to get to your storage here. And it's just overall missing a lot of function with components and being able to rip something out and put it back in without blowing it up. And obviously it's got its graphical issues. That's really strange. and they need to clear out this air issue. I feel like I should be coughing while I'm in here. As well as when you go to the bathroom or want to take a shower, you will not be able to close this door, so you're just going to have to make sure you keep that door open, your canopy open, unless you're in space. Don't do that. It's just so you can make sure you air it out and yeah, get all that water out of the ship right here, just using that vented floor. Always fantastic. Otherwise, there's not much else to it. It's a starter ship, and it's decent, right? You can make this thing quite the fighter. It's got a living space, doesn't carry any SCU, so keep that in mind if you are coming into this game and you're like, I want to upgrade my ship, and then you upgrade it from something that carries 2, 4, 6 SCU to something that does not carry anything. It's kind of a bummer, right? That would not be good. So yeah, just always keep that in mind. What is the reason why you want this ship in comparison to some others, right? I'm going to go ahead and turn on the engines, take off, fly it around for a moment, give you my score.
Engine systems enabled.
Ooh. All right.
Launch complete.
Wasn't that a close one or what? Always got to keep you on the edge of your seat. Anyways, that was a pretty good launch. Like I said, this thing is pretty fast, especially like in atmosphere. Obviously, again, Daymar, it's the moon. Oh yeah, there's not much atmosphere. Okay, fine, whatever. But it's still pretty awesome. And then obviously using turbo and stuff, I'm gonna black out. But it's got the ability to turn quite well. I honestly wouldn't mind putting a couple extra guns on this thing and using this thing over the Arrow with it having 2 shield generators. Obviously, the loss of HP on the body of the ship as well as the overall HP amount is kind of a bummer, so you got to keep that in mind if you're going to try to make this your fighter, but it's definitely not, like, impossible. It's bigger, too, though. We'll keep that in mind also. This ship is much bigger than the Arrow. So yeah, keep that in mind. Otherwise, that's pretty much the Mustang Beta. It's quite the amazing starter ship if you're not too concerned about carrying SCU and you're more concerned about just having a living space with some guns and the ability to add a couple guns to the hard points. Here you go. Just keep in mind here. Keep in mind that it's a pain in the ass to get to your living quarters. You constantly have to go through multiple animations just to get in and out of your ship. And honestly, it could get quite tiring. Overall, this ship here, if I were to give it a score, and as a starter ship, this is how I'm going to base my score on this ship. It's a starter ship. The price point. The ability to add more guns to more hard points, giving it more firepower and DPS, as well as, it has a living quarters. It can't carry any SCU as a starter ship, which is kind of a bummer. That's always a kind of a point off for me with any starter ship. Honestly, this ship is an 8 out of 10 straight out the door, big time. Stock 8 out of 10, no problem, any day. That's my rating on this one, just based off of everything I've told you. The design is definitely the older side. It definitely needs a makeover, and I know it will get the love that it deserves someday. Can't wait to see what that looks like, because this ship has the potential to be a 10 out of 10, but we'll see when that day comes. Let me know if you own one of these, or if you own one of the other Mustang variants, and which one you do. How do you outfit yours? What do you think of this ship? And yeah, thank you for watching. Again, I hope everybody's having a great start to the new year. I'm going to go ahead and see you in the next one. Whee! I got out of the ship and I hit the wrong button. Oops.